All right, what's up? What's up, everybody? This is the Crewcast episode 3, I guess. Um, we have had some pretty interesting things happen. There have been uh some different aspects of the game that we've ran into. And I also kind of railroaded you guys for like the first time. Any opinions on getting to the land of giants in such a crazy fashion and not having a lot of agency in the matter, I suppose.
Loved it. I thought it was super cool and exciting, and it's just you know, um, I think of the start of Curse of Strahd. It starts with you kind of in a fog, and it's like you were doing something before that. You had like a whole life before that, right? Like our characters, and then you get spontaneously put in adventure. It was pretty cool because it's like we were all having an experience with these characters, and then we kind of had that moment where it could really happen. You could just be poof, now you're some deal with it. So it was like kind of fun to experience it in that kind of way.
Also, with the expectation that we're never going to get out, apparently, and we should
I
be
think we
slaves.
just have to go back up through the worm.
I want to glide back to Mirage via bird people. I don't know how you expect to get them all there. That's my plan. Is
I
hang
mean, you are a
gliding back to
god, so
Mirage. I'm not a god.
if anyone could convince them to glide you back to Mirage, I feel like it would be you.
If I was a god, my father and mother would have killed me right there. That would have been it.
I mean, if you were a god, could they have though?
I because I'm not a god, yeah. Yeah.
Because you're
Confirm.
a god.
It's like burning a witch at the stake. If they're not a witch, they'll die. But if they are a witch, they'll survive it anyway.
I'm going to use
Perfect.
Bubo as my evidence for we would have died.
Yeah, your mom sucks. I'm sorry, but she sucks.
It's like real life. She's not that
No.
bad. She's not that bad.
Thank God, my life is saved.
One lie and Bubo's on the ground bleeding out. Like, okay.
Yeah, which
Hey.
I just poetically thought was hilarious, So, like, if that's what happened, like, oh my God, because Bubo is just such a straight shooter. She's like trying to do things right, she's trying to be a good person, and then there's that whole thing that happened with Tej and lying that was just like a funny thing that kind of happened. And it's like, yep, lying is going to be what takes her out because she was going to protect Lafayette. She didn't know who these people were. And she's like, this is what I learned. Like, this is when lying is good. And boom, right to the neck, instant karma. Like, Bubo, don't try to not be yourself.
Well,
What a way
I
to
feel
learn
like
that
we,
lesson.
I know. I loved it.
I feel like we skipped a little bit and dropped a couple bombs in all of that. We had
Sorry.
a
Okay, we
no,
went up
no,
the
no.
worm's angst like months ago.
It's all good. Like whatever you guys want to talk about is what we're going to talk about.
No,
Like
no,
that's where we
let's go
are.
back to the
Um,
worm. Being pooped into the land
no,
of
no, no.
giants
What I was
was
going to
a
say.
thrilling experience. And being stuck on a mountain and just looking up and down and there's nothing else there was like, where do you go from here? And Charlie just started walking up a mountain.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, there is also that. What I was going to say is the fact that you met your parents and you never knew if they were alive, dead, what happened. Like,
With no expectation. Like, I just gave you a little backstory to go, and man, you
uh,
knocked it out of
we've
the
also
park.
met bird folk. Um, like they can, like you said, maybe fly you somewhere, like if that's a thing. Like so, like many things have transpired here. Like I'm just saying, like you guys dropped like a lot of bombs on your way to Bubo like about died,
Yeah.
but also Aggie
Yeah.
did die.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
experienced our first long-term player death. Like that's kind of a big deal, I think. Like this world hasn't even like experienced anything like that yet. Like with you guys, like
Our third death is that all we've had?
Yeah,
um,
technically.
outside of the one shots, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
yours was like session 2.
Yeah. It was a character I was planning on using, so I counted, and then of course Roxy's character from that campaign.
And then yeah, Nephilim, she died 3 times in that campaign.
I also
But it was
think
all like
if I remember correctly, all the one shots I've done, I've died, except for the penguin that we didn't finish, which was pretty much dead. I'm pretty sure I've died every single one of the one shots.
That
Oh,
penguin
same.
was on ice.
That
Yeah.
might be your gimmick. You die in all the one shots, like guaranteed.
Yeah,
One way or
Eddie
another.
totally TPK every one shot. That's his thing.
At the end, if I
No.
don't die, I'm just like, well, guess I gotta go now and walk off the cliff.
it's not my thing. It's just, you know, you got to take some chances when you get the opportunity to, you know.
Yeah, like
Like in your room, building little like model dungeons. Like, all right, they're gonna go here, and they're all fucking dead, and they can't do shit about it. And I'll
I
save
try
that.
not to have that as an option. Sometimes though.
Yeah. I think the second Aggie walked off on her own, she was dead. Like that was my thought was. I just knew it was gonna happen. I was like, she's so fucked.
And the thing is, she had made her peace with that. And then we had a bye week. And then by the time we came back and it was time for actually Aggie to die and deal with the actions of her consequences, I hadn't had my peace with that anymore. I was so ready. And then all that time went by and I was like, okay, I guess it's time to get ready again.
Yeah, that's tough.
Well, yeah, but also Lothian kind of went off and well, we can't say that word, but did a thing, knowing his fate, I suppose.
He got muck ducked.
I mean, that's the only reason Aggie left.
No. I'm saying how he left. He like knew what he was walking in. Like he wasn't.
Well, no. The whole thing with that, right, is so we've had those instances where Lothian has lost control. You know, like I'm over swinging when I kill things, and it's kind of played into that kind of mindset. So when Aggie killed her father, like on my list of things, that's like a no, this is, you can't do this. So
Murder.
yeah, so now I'm in a conflict like internally. I'm trying to keep my like oath, and I really don't have an oath to everybody. So running off on my own logically was me trying to get space and recollect myself, because I was feeling like, well, this is kind of like an oath break if I don't do anything. You know, so I chose to follow the voice. Because I didn't want to attack Aggie.
Yeah, so
what I think sucks is that's Aggie's life goal and she doesn't even know she did it. All she wanted to do was kill her fucking dad, and she doesn't even know she fucking killed her dad. Sucks.
Yeah. Definitely some interesting possibilities there. It could have gone though.
So, I mean, in our short time in the Land of Giants, we found Lothian's parents. Aggie reunited with her family, more or less. Ubo more or less found like an ancestor. So it's like a reunion central here.
Well, not only an ancestor, but there's more birds. She's
Well,
not
yeah.
the only one in existence anymore. Like,
yeah,
It's a very healing place, even though it's like a slave town.
Yeah, it's slave world.
So my question about your oath is, was it an oath break for you because it was my father or because it was murder?
it's because you took the law into your own hands,
Yeah,
and
there was no
that's
sentencing.
Makes sense.
yeah. So, like, to me, I was like, make him mentally sick, I guess, and then kind of roll the dice on whether or not, I'm gonna oath break or not. But all that's kind of still up in the air. But then there was some like resting peace with finding the parents and whatnot. So how I played is kind of up in the air. But I feel like it'll be more straight laced again.
Well, how do you think that's going to be impacted with Aggie's resurrection?
I mean,
No spoiler.
yeah, yeah.
But it'll be, in my opinion, it'll be a thing because you got Aggie, but it's not Aggie. So how much is it really?
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta like take justice.
No, Aggie looks like your like sexy sister now.
Right.
Basically.
Well, as long as you don't get stuck in a washer on the adventure, I think we'll be okay, right? Like that's.
Oh no.
There's like tree stumps and stuff.
Guys, I need to go. Bye. Have a good night.
Oh God.
Eric, sorry, I have to make sure this is recorded. But how did you describe Aggie's death again? Because it was fantastic.
She got tailbagged, right? Tailbagged
Something like that.
by the shrimp.
Yeah,
So
shrimp.
brutal.
Yeah.
So brutal.
Goodness.
Sorry.
You guys are rude.
Sorry.
I mean, if there's a way to die, that's unique.
I died from touching the ice wall. I need to make that perfectly fucking clear. That's what downed me. That's what put me down, and my final death save was my own. So we just need to drop this line of conversation now.
And speaking of death saves, Lafine, you were dead, but you got like a perfect roll, like the only roll you could have gotten, right?
Yeah. And
well, his death save was a critical fail.
Yeah, I had a critical fail, so that was 2. And then my last
he had
one
a
was
luck roll at one point, and that was quite lucky.
But it needed to be Little Giant.
Yeah, it was one of those things where if I was to die there, I knew what I was going to do to follow up. But Eddie said, "You're good." So I was like, all right, cool. We'll keep rolling.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't feel like a cop out for anybody. It literally came down to rolls. Like, had that not happened and you rolled another fail, you would have been no more Lafayette. Like,
Oh yeah.
but being a pale elf, you had eyes on you, and that saved you. Like I said, there was the luck roll, and you rolled exactly what I rolled for one of the characters, like the exact number. So,
Hey, I'll take it. Like, I don't want Lafayette to die, but if he dies, things are gonna get weird.
perhaps that could have been like something where you went off and reflected maybe on the situation where you were possibly doing the oath breaking, and you had, some form of sign that you're taking chances, but you're still worth it in their eyes or something.
Well, I mean, really, it makes me feel like taking chances is what got me to meet my parents, right? It's what got me to become a royal guard, so I need to keep just taking chances and following my own path, and it'll be all good.
I mean, I think Lavian's done pretty good.
Yeah.
Charlie's done some of the things I thought Lavian might have done, but
Just here to run businesses.
yeah, that's one of the things.
Yeah. Build this place.
That was my mindset when Aggie died, though. Like, if she's gonna die, then I'm gonna come back with someone. Like, that's what's gonna happen here.
Oh.
Because I had a trigger word to get the hanging drain, and I figured the paladin would have said something about leadership or ownership first, and here's Charlie coming along.
Yeah.
Started a whole different character, man.
I
So
Now you
love
got
far-
one hand, though. You got one hand. How are you going to stir the soup?
I don't know.
with his tail.
Oh yeah, he can hold the thing in his tail. That's been established.
No,
Are
just
you
with his tail.
interested in trying? Just
Oh.
It's the skin flakes that make the soup good. The
Oh
scales.
god.
Okay, never eat again at the Hidden Dragon.
Are you interested in trying to return the hand to its rightful spot?
Yeah. Right now it's just kind of dangling there half the time. I'd like to be functional, but like I'm clearly in character, not in a hurry. Like just, whatever, shit happens. But hey, if you could fix it, why not? Also, yeah, revealed the only backstory so far that I've given is that I've crashed a boat due to not agreeing with the fact that somebody liked gumbo.
Yes.
No
Yes.
other
What a revelation.
As you guys are having like these deep family moments, I'm like, yeah, I got in a fight over soup.
Well,
Hey, that's deep.
I think it was over gumbo, right? Not soup.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the soup
yeah, it was
definitely
because
did
they
not
wanted
cause the
gumbo.
fight. Like we're not gonna blame soup for this.
Yeah, and then these new guys are trying to introduce stew, and this is just getting ridiculous.
Oh no. Is Charlie gonna be like, guys, I can't do this anymore. You're trying to make it stew. I gotta go.
How does,
This is my oath. I can't break it.
Crash the next cart.
how does Bubo
I mean,
feel
kind
about
of. That's
having
like,
bird people in the world, and is she willing to just go back to her old life after this, or like is she interested in taking realm with the druids and doing more there? Like Bubo's got a lot of options right now.
Yeah, she does. It's been pretty interesting for her to have that experience because it's like it really kind of felt like it just kind of happened one right after another for her. So it's like, okay, you wanted to like find out who you are. You're a druid. And then, oh, by the way, here's the rest of your community and like where you're from. So she went from pretty much just kind of having Murdrin and that's it to now like so many options for community and not to mention the people that she's in the party with and she's met along the way. So she's, I think, kind of really trying to take all of that in, and I'm excited to see what opportunities come up for her to kind of role play where she kind of wants to take those things and where her thoughts are at.
Have any
So
current like favorites?
for me,
Yeah, like is like the birds like intriguing or the
oh,
druids?
okay.
Like I know it's definitely all like community, but like is there any
Yeah, I think just kind of like at a glance, it's like the druids definitely have their shit together and the bird people don't. Like that's how it just kind of like
The birds
at
are
a glance,
nuts.
there's a lot going on with the
it
bird
felt to me like Bubo felt at home to druids, but like the bird people need Bubo. Whereas
Yeah.
like Bubo just fit in with the druids, but like maybe the bird people need her more.
Well,
Yeah,
she is also the de facto leader of said bird people now.
yes. So that's, I think, going to be kind of interesting when it comes to, okay, have we found a way back to, to Mirage, and, what are we doing at that point?
They come in
Um,
with, or are you staying, or neither?
these are good questions. These are really good questions, and I don't want to spoil anything.
Interesting. So
Also, Beardrin, what the fuck's going on with him?
Yeah.
Isn't he like dying or some shit?
Oh, he's so kidnapped right now.
Mudrin, oh fuck.
He's really,
he was
really kidnapped.
definitely captured.
You know, Bubo's first community.
I know. It's like,
Um,
where do you go first? Because everybody needs help. What do you do when everybody needs help? Right?
well,
Like,
according to my timeline, you guys got like 3 weeks until Summerfest.
Fuck.
oh my God, Summerfest. It's been like 46 weeks of Summerfest. It's coming. Like, winter is coming.
All right, so we're gonna hang glide the bird people into zombie land, save Mirdrin in time to have Lorraine pull a cart full of bird people and Mirdrin back to Summerfest so we can celebrate. And along the way,
Is that like the grand?
soup will be made and chowder will be revealed, and Aggie will turn back into Giant Lady.
So our big
I don't know
finale
if that's how that
is
works.
Summerfest.
Oh, that's fun.
I think we are one now with the moon elves. Like,
But the zombies are not where Mirdrin is. And you guys don't know about the zombies yet.
I know. That's the worst part.
away. They'll get us. One or the other.
Aurelia's
Also-
got the most hint. She just didn't interpret it correct.
What?
Well, yeah,
Aurelia
yeah.
got the hint that the dead are coming, and she thought it was just us.
See,
Yeah,
I
and then
think
you
I-
guys come in, you're like, Aggie's dead.
yeah. See, I
It's
think I
like,
have
oh,
good
we're
hints to
fine.
drop, and then I always combine them in different areas, and I get you guys all confused. And
I love it. I like to think Aurelia thinks I'm coming for her because of the thing about the dead people. She's like, the dead are coming for me. And then I come back as a moon elf. Are you fucking kidding me? Just so, look what I found a half hour before we started playing.
Nice.
She's back.
Yeah, that definitely seems like a personal attack on Aurelia.
It's pretty funny.
I get
Yeah.
Who would have thought
After I got elf, I couldn't decide which elf I think would be better as an attack on Aurelia.
Who would have thought her boyfriend and her best friend were going to be moon elves?
right?
I'm telling you, me and Aurelia have bickering lesbian vibes. As I got it.
I think Bubo might actually be offended if you said that she was not Aurelia's best friend.
No, Bubo is Aurelia's best friend, but like a pet as well. Like, should always be on her shoulder at all times.
They're like sisters. It's next level.
Yeah, I guess that's the thing too. Is like, how do you get away from Aurelia after all of this? Because you're not just gonna want to sit in Caresti and be with the queen.
Liaison, traveling, visits. We invent FaceTime in Mirage.
Bird person ambassador.
They already have sending stones
There you
and
go.
stuff. We got this. You can scry on people.
See?
Bubo never has to leave. She
And
can
we
just
have
rule her
the-
people from there, rule the
Working
druid
girls.
from there.
Yeah, she's gonna end up a real,
Because
boss
she's
lady.
also conquered like the greatest feat of the druids in record time. Like,
Yeah.
I love how
What?
Eddie keeps setting these like impossible things, like doing all the tree things in one day, getting all these points in one thing, and we're like, yeah, that's impossible. We could never ever make that happen easily.
I know. I need to fire more shots, man.
Please stop firing shots. I've been
Like,
down
I'm
too
already
many
dead.
times.
Next
What
time
do you do?
somebody
Kill me again? Please.
fucking the Naga's gonna just pop out of a door and just murder like fucking Booba.
Right?
There are still
Like,
movements in the world that may or may not impact you guys at some point.
Is the Naga gonna like join the undead?
I would
Be
like to
like pigs?
imagine the Naga, like Aurelia's mom pulls off her face and it's the Naga. Like, just like, it was like a plastic mask, Halloween mask, and we were just fooled by it the whole time.
She's standing in front of the bridge that we're about to cross to approach Summerfest. And then the undead swarms behind her.
Or he's always been there as an NPC with like a little hat and mustache on. Like super obvious, but we just don't know.
Damn.
The rolls are too low.
Get to Summerfest, and it's just gonna be like a board that's painted that we just like push down, and it's like, oh my god, we made it. What is this?
I keep thinking it's gonna be like Goodfellas, where like I'm Joe Pesci, I walk in a room and I get shot in the back of the head. Like,
Welcome to Summerfest, pow.
What a way to end. Way to go.
Amelia is never leaving.
Soup spilled
again.
everywhere. Summerfest just becomes a bloodbath that only one visitor can survive.
Now the real kicker would be you guys get to Summerfest and we just end that.
Five pipers.
just John jumps over the table. You son of a bitch!
R.I.P. Eddie.
Since like season 6, we've been looking for this fucking.
As soon as we get there, it's like a movie where they like zoom out all the way, and the credits are rolling, just like walking in.
Yeah, you guys are walking into the sign that says Summer Festival, and yeah, we just pan out and game next character, please.
It's like the
There's totally
suitcase. Go
Totally
ahead, John.
like jumping over the homeless. My sense.
Just like Pulp Fiction with the suitcase, like the movie like shows us and it's just gold on us and then it pans out and like that's it. Like
Is this what I think it is?
You're welcome.
So-
We could go into it, and then it just turns into, oh, this is actually the carnival from Roxy's campaign
right.
that overtook Summerfest, and we all turn into those characters now. And now we're in that campaign.
John, you still got those other tables, man. We can just set it up and make it a skit.
Right? That would be funny.
I'm up for some snail racing.
That would be fun. Snail racing. Do they have rides at Summerfest? What do we know about Summerfest?
You don't know anything.
Nothing. I mean,
Why are
I
we thinking
do,
about
but
Summerfest?
I don't.
Rocky and Eric have not said anything about what happens at Summerfest other than it is a gathering of people, and not only elves join, but fabulous people from all over.
Yeah, I don't think we've even bothered to like try and ask. We just got really excited.
The concept is enough.
Yeah. It's a fest for summer. What else do you
I
need?
do have ideas,
There should at least be a tilt-a-whirl, right? Like,
but
There needs to be a tilt-a-whirl.
I suppose had Eric and Roxy said anything about what is there, that would also have to have been there or be there. Like depending on
And we
who
get
asked
math.
questions. So
start planning what you want to see at Summerfest
Yeah,
now.
right.
'Cause
yeah. I'll
it's got everything, you know.
I'll pass that tilt-a-whirl idea along to Roxanne, and she'll write the novel for Eddie.
Well, the snail racing is out of that one book, but we have dinosaur racing in this world already.
Oh,
It's
decent.
like the same thing.
Honestly, what I'm mad about now, and the more we're talking about the elves, it's reminded me is I was so fine to leave Aggie behind, but now that she's a moon elf, I really don't want to. I want to play that fucking dynamic of her being a moon elf, and it's gonna be so hard to leave her there. I would love to pretend like I know all these elven things and like I'm a fucking elf. And just piss Aurelia off.
Yeah, are you? I know it's like you as a different character, but do you bring any knowledge of like your race with you, or is it literally just like new body and who's this?
I'm gonna take the elf characteristics and like leave Stone's endurance and stuff. Other than that, I don't fucking know. I know for at least an episode, I'm gonna have to play 2 characters
Oh yeah.
I
Dang.
didn't.
because they're both there.
I didn't look into the technicalities of the spell because she said she wanted to take the moon elf stuff. So I still don't know like how the actual one works, like whether you keep your attributes in the new body or not. But I do know in that one, like that body, the soul just didn't want to return, so that body's like on hold by like the gods. And then when you die, either you like if your body is incapable of returning to, or like they can't afford that spell, um, you get this one and like you go to the god and they're like, here's this body, and like one of the games I watched, they like had that soul meet the other soul and it was like a good connection, and like they gave their body to the one who still wanted to live and whatever. Like it was pretty cool.
And then I just decided to make myself look like a sexy moon elf version of Aggie. She kept some of her features, I suppose, but that's just because I like her.
It'd be great if
And
you're
I
like
get to live.
that clone, but just pale.
And then
Yeah,
the
doppelganger, you know?
table the table that you shared gave us the ability to impact memories and stuff like that, so we can still roll on a table to see what may or may not be impacted as far as that kind of stuff goes.
I'd like to have, like I said, some consequences of having been dead other than just a new body.
Well, the consequences generally come like because when you get downed, you have to roll
Mhm.
on the table, and then when you got your fatal blow, you would have to roll again.
Yeah, but isn't the worst thing that can happen there like disfigurement or you lose a hand?
Well, the whole arm, a whole leg.
But it's all like physical stuff, right?
Um,
Like my
yeah,
body is
for that
scarred,
one.
and isn't it's like a new body?
Well,
Like
yeah,
you
for
explained it.
that one, yeah. But yeah, if you're changing bodies, then that's kind of not like a general worry. But since you guys want to have the other consequences, and John found that table, that one's actually really good. So we just got to put some numbers to it, and then easy peasy.
So
So, um, but I just brought the one idea, and you know, I understand that there were other things we could have done. I just didn't want to like try and figure out in the moment because it was like 8:58, and I was like, yeah, no, we just got to figure out what we're doing now and then do it and go like.
Oh yeah, no, that's 100% your decision, man. Like you gotta smack the gavel, man.
But
That's why it's
I think it is very interesting having a character who's been around for so long, potentially, gone, and even now, like she may not be able to return with you guys, so like that's a whole ordeal, and like maybe you guys make a deal, and different stuff happens. Like you guys still have to get out of there too. Like that's a whole
yeah.
new
I'm not the only one trapped in the land of giants.
adventure.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how we get out of this. I'm
um,
just looking forward to seeing Bubo riding a dinosaur now.
See, Booba, what? I didn't.
Yes.
See Bubo riding a dinosaur.
I'd love that. I need art of that now.
Mhm. I do.
We've also met a god now within our travels, so like they have an existence in the world of some kind.
And I have her boar army.
True.
They're mine now.
Yeah, there's gonna be some crazy like end game battle shit going on. We're gonna have armies from every side fighting.
I feel like if this was a movie, it would be building to like a pre-Summerfest climax of like the undead and all them against like the halflings and the boars and the druids and the boar people, and it's just like we feel like we've just been building armies and like getting connections to fight with us.
It's how it feels like every game. It's kind of funny. Like, we're always just like, yeah, we want all these people to help us.
And we're very good at recruiting.
We are.
Yeah. I can think of at least like 5 groups of people that we could be like, coerce into helping us fight.
I mean, no joke.
Some aspect.
The first campaign we ever did, the first fight, it's like fighting a little goblin group, and like at the end of it, we're like, "You're coming with us." And we had like a little goblin prisoner for a while. Like it's what we do.
Yeah.
And then you guys went straight to the hideout where Droop was.
Yeah. Yeah,
The one person to survive that one shot.
Droop survives everything.
Yeah, he can't die.
We just killed everyone else.
Plot armor galore.
I mean, we're gonna find out that Droop is actual, like, the one being God. He's just there for entertainment.
He's the trickster god.
Yeah.
Droop has created Mirage, you see.
Yeah.
So do you think like his grilled cheese are really good with your tomato soup, Charlie? Do you think it's gonna be really like
Ooh, now that's a crossover right there, yeah.
That's a definite
He's a shop owner, I'm an owner, like, this has got money written all over it.
I think we need some proof in this.
You guys both know how to kick?
It's gonna be like that old Reese's commercial. Oh, I missed something.
I almost
yeah.
spit out a
Plus,
drink.
John.
Yeah, I had a mouthful of a drink, and then he had to say that shit.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh no, I just, please, like, by all means, take a shot. Like,
Yeah.
worth it.
They both, but they do both know how to kick. Like, you're a monk. He learned. Like,
And then I don't know who suggested the fucking stew, but they're gonna end up with Yeg, and that's like gonna be the rivalry, like tag man.
God. Tag team of the century.
the angry
Maybe that's
bird
the fight this is
and
building
the
to.
little
The
hillbilly
stews versus
gnome.
soups.
Like that's a great pairing too, right? Like if you just think about it, like, you gotta make this happen.
The super angry bird with the little hillbilly who just hates everything. Fuck
Yes.
Yeg.
I love those characters. The going into the hillbilly Texas accents for no reason was like, it was
That's
unhinged.
his accent. I don't know why you guys did it.
It was contagious. But
Everyone did it.
everybody was super into it though. Like, it was crazy.
I try to do voices. I'm just not very good at it. They all turn out to be Southern at some point.
Oh, Frank was not.
You just pulled out a voice like a week or two ago. Which one was that?
Who?
There was the fur guy, there was the owl guy. Like they both had kind of distinctive.
Burke was a good one, but I thought there was another one in the cave or something like that.
Wasn't that the Who Bird dude?
Yeah. How did he sound?
I don't know who.
remember.
Fuck.
Just old.
I think wasn't it? Yeah, it was old, and he said, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
On every O sound, he would who.
Yeah, that was
Or like ooh sound. Yeah.
I love that.
It was very hard. He was
It
very
was
old,
really
so,
fun.
so it was just like soft.
And it was such a sentimental moment, and it's just, ooh.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
brutal.
It was it was a really good scene. Honestly, like that scene was really great. And then I have to bring up the amazing performance Eddie and Eric, you two had. Like, oh my god, when like Lafayette talking to his parent, like it was just it was like if we had like D&D awards, I would have given you guys an award
Oh,
for that.
thanks.
What was talk about that experience, because you guys were like so in the moment with each other. It was amazing to watch.
My trick is when we're in a sad moment, I think about dead grandma, and that's what does it. Like, just go there with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just never knew if he was gonna meet him, and then when he did, I would just think that parents are cool. So
Yeah.
This is just like an improv question, but like if you're gonna think about like, how do I make this not sound terrible? If you're gonna think about like a dead relative to get sad, because I don't know, I guess I'm terrible at it because I like there's little empathy here in general.
Mhm.
So like I've never had to like be sad
Mhm.
for a game. Do you think of like a dead grandma like in a coffin and it's like
No,
visiting, or
no, no. I try to remember like just like that feeling, like that happiness, and then it's just like, oh,
okay,
she's not here anymore, and then I get sad, like, because my grandma was like everything to me, so like when she died, it was pretty rough. It was so like that's kind of what I think about because I know that's gonna make me sad, and it's like I try to think of something that elicits that emotion out of me, like if I'm like when I'm in the cave and I'm talking to the dwarf and I'm all slowly talking and stilted. I'm trying to just think what's my most annoying day at work and how I'm gonna talk to them in a slow, stilted way of like, yeah, like, and just kind of go through that emotion with it. Just try to latch on to something that I know makes me feel that way, and then it helps me kind of get into that. But yeah,
yeah, I just know a lot of
Great.
shitty parents, so like embodying a good parent is like a whole thing. Like,
we did this
Boy,
for
some of us are dads. Don't worry about it.
Papa.
what were you saying, Michelle?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely great methods, pulling from experience and it channeling that emotion into something that was just like pure art. So it was very
Oh,
cool to
thanks,
see. Like, good job.
The thing that made it doable was the breaking it with the papa.
Papa.
Without that moment, that would have been a whole probably rougher situation.
Right. I had to because like I was tearing up a little bit, so I was like, Papa, like, just so I could break through that because I'm like, oh man, if it gets stuck, I'll be stuck, and I don't want to be crying on camera. I'm sure I got an ugly cry.
well, now I have
Depends
a
on the
goal.
level you reach. I think everyone does.
Stop it, John. You already took away root beer from me.
I know. I'm gonna hammer on that
Drink
until
it.
you can't think of it without. And you did nothing wrong whatsoever.
I know. I was thinking of going and buying a root beer just for like the podcast and just holding it up and sipping it, like just taunting you with it.
I mean, I figured I'd have one since you weren't here because, like, I'm used to. I just make up stuff.
But as players and stuff, are you guys interested in having those moments as well as like, because like I always want to lean into the comedy and have the most fun possible, and like, but like there are going to be times where that happens, and like I don't want to shy away from it, but like I also don't want to like put anybody like in a spot they don't want to be in either. Like,
The whole range. I love being in those moments because that's what I think is one of the things that I think is really fun about D&D is you just get to be like, emotionally expressive for fun. You get to like act really angry or act sad. You just get to kind of like play that energy out and have fun with it. So, I'm happy to kind of throw myself in and, just kind of enjoy the range of emotions for fun.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I'd love to get as deep as we can go just for fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
then we had to go from that, and I'm just glad that my roles sucked because it really helped me find a way to fucking follow that emotional scene in an introduction.
What an
I was like,
introduction.
what do you mean it's my turn?
Dane Danger. Wow.
We're fucking crying over here, and now I have to run through fire with this
Well,
dumbass.
after crossing the river and the mountaintop.
I think you rolling bad as Dane, the cocky rogue, really like set his character as he is bullshit. Like he is 100% bullshit.
I
It's
couldn't
really
have
good.
scripted it better if I tried. I am so glad I couldn't get a 5 on the dice with advantage.
I call bullshit.
I loved it.
Couldn't have gone better if I'd scripted it. But literally, like, I had to take a second to get into character because I was like, okay, so this super emotional scene, what do you mean I have to be this dumb, cocky asshole I just invented?
I think that's what D&D is fun because like you can create the character ahead of time, bring it in, and then your first like 10 rolls are going to determine how your character actually really is.
Yeah.
And it was perfect. I'm so glad.
Like, the way it happened was just like such a cinematic masterpiece. Like, I was just like there visually in my mind's eye watching it, and it was like exactly what we needed at that moment, and it was like a breath of fresh air, and I loved it.
And
And this poor woman is watching me who just met her son. She thought she would never see again.
And does that make all the Dragonborn just kind of like bumbling fools that somehow achieve their goals in the end? Like that's what is like. Is King Arthur like he seems like a badass, but he actually just kind of rolls his way into people, and he looks like a hero. Like
Lafayette knows better than this.
Yeah, I think that
Gladiator Arena.
the entire Dragonborn race should be just luck based, but nobody realizes.
I feel kind of bad, and I talked to Eddie about it after the session because that whole royalty thing that happened last time. I wrote Dane to be King Arthur's like son, like that's his genetics, but like mistress. And I'm like, wait, I kind of am royal, and I don't know whether to play there or not because I didn't mean for it to intentionally work that way. But now it kind of does when we're with the giants, and they'll only talk to like royal.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play into that or not. Because I did not mean to make that like a possibility.
Metagaming.
I didn't mean to. If I meant to, I'd be super proud of myself right now, but I didn't, so I'm conflicted.
Honestly, I would like to know how everybody feels about their class still. Like, are you still having fun in and out of combat with that class?
I'll say for the Circle of the Stars druid, it's like, I don't know, it's like there's things about it that I think works with Bubo, but then in combat, I don't know if it's necessarily like fulfilling to me as much as a player. I feel like if I would have had a different character and was playing the druid, I would have more fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's feeling like, I don't know, like it's hard for me to kind of really fit Bubo in that too much, if that makes sense. So
Honestly,
I'm kind of in a different class.
yeah, because I've played a druid and Eddie's played a druid, and John and Lorna, you have yet to mess around with it. I felt the same way. I was like, there's not a whole lot here, but I was also kind of playing the characters so that I was, I lost my way as Peter. So every move that I would pick, I would have it be a directional move that would either push or pull things around. And even with coming up with a lot of different like ideas like for spells, I was like, Thunderwave is really what I got. So I was always stuck using Thunderwave, Thunderwave, Thunderwave. Whereas Eddie, like you were like shapeshifting the whole time.
Well, I built him to be the shifter. But also I felt like I was kind of like while I utilized my shifting, I was dumbing down his spell. Like I love the druid. I think the druid has they get most of the spells. Like you can do anything with them, and it's a lot of like terrain and like different base stuff. Like I really enjoyed it. But also I built my character to be a druid. Like I knew
Right,
what I was getting
right.
into with that. Like
Yeah.
and you
Well,
guys like while experienced with spellcasters, not experienced with all the like because the druid also just throws everything on like here's everything like
Yeah.
do it all and
It's a
it's like
lot of
okay do it all
concentration.
like there's
It's a
that.
lot of concentration, which I'm finding, that kind of difficult to work with. But then also too, just like a lot of the terrain stuff, it just doesn't really seem like it's at least in the situations we've been, to me it doesn't seem like it's been the most helpful kind of thing. So it's been fine, like especially since I got that primal savagery with Bubo. I think where she like grows her talons out and does a melee attack. I think that really builds into the character and makes sense. I think Thunderwave like makes sense for her, like some of that stuff. But as far as like the other magic, it's almost like it feels like she should have more access to like wizard spells because of her upbringing in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like still trying to figure out, like, she feels like a wizard trapped in a druid's body, and she's like trying to figure out how to work with that, if that makes
do you
sense.
think that changed at all from meeting the druids? Like, do you think that had any sort of impact on that view of herself, or do you think she still feels that way, or even more so?
Well, I think it definitely helped in some ways, but I don't think she's really spent enough time with them, like studying and really understanding. Because I've like seen Eddie, for example, like the way you play a druid, like you are able to figure out like the best way to kind of put that terrain, or use that kind of druid spell or shapeshift into this. So it's like druid Bubo's not even like thinking like that. So I think she needs to actually spend time with them. So I think there's still some confusion, but she's feeling like at least she knows a pathway to find a solution and fix it.
Did you take the magic initiate feat where you can learn like the different spells from different classes and like maybe just throw some wizard spells on you?
Yeah, I forgot what feat I took. But anytime there has been an opportunity to take a spell from a wizard, the wizard class, I've been taking those. So it's like, because again, that just kind of, it always made sense for Bubo. So
I
I
was gonna
think that
say,
could be like a really interesting thing where, she could maybe go away for a while and train with the druids, and she could come back at a later point.
Well,
That could be something she could do.
I was gonna ask that because I might not have a choice about leaving Aggie behind. She might have to. Have any of you guys considered like temporarily or maybe permanently stepping away and doing a different character in this game?
About temporarily, yeah, because I do love Bubo, but I
Mhm.
mean, we've been playing for 46 sessions, and that's not including, the weeks we've had in between. So it's been over, a year of one character, basically. So I'd like to maybe do something different.
yeah, I was gonna say two things. So as far as your class goes, I don't know if this is opportunity, or even if we want to consider it, but maybe this is good for like very basic testing of multi-classing, so you can do that wizard stuff.
Yeah.
And then like secondly, I was gonna say as far as leaving characters behind, I haven't really considered it because I think I am trying to ride out a character for as long as I can to just see how that goes. Like a 20-week character versus like an 80-week character if I like make it that far. Like I don't know what that looks like. Trying to explore that.
And that's kind of where I'm at on the multi-classic, because I want to see what the classics can do by themselves. But like Bubo, if you have a reason to
Exactly.
take wizard, which you do, you raise by one. Like if there's a reason to take other stuff, like I'm open to it. But like I would also like to see what these classes could do at the higher levels, and like when you know the character at that level, you can utilize who they are, and it's easier to see what that class can do. Like but like I'm not against it. I just like would rather avoid it if possible. But like there's always reasons for anything. Like
Hmm. Um, yeah. I like my character a lot, so I'm here till I'm dead. Uh, and if Lothian dies, I have a backup. So you know, whatever
are you
happens,
still
happens.
enjoying the paladin part?
So the paladin is pretty bare bones, but when you roll that many dice, it feels really good. Like,
Well, the problem is you can cast spells, but why would you not smite?
yeah, why would I ever not smite? And now I got this cool magic shield. Like, that's great. Like,
Bogus.
I don't have any complaints really. Like, I thought I wasn't gonna be a big fan of the
Bogus.
paladin, but I like the paladin a lot.
I like the paladin too.
Me too.
Yeah.
I will
And
say, the barbarian is very straightforward in fighting, but I do like the number that I have at the end of how much damage I did. It does feel good. But it's kind of like I'll hit it and then I'll hit it again.
I mean, yeah, that's any melee class is pretty much that. Like it's up to you to make the character fun, and that's why like we need to like embrace the fun how we attack description stuff. Like
Oh, that's what I love doing fighting the rock people, where I was like, well, I'm gonna climb up the tree again and then I'm gonna jump out of the tree again just to like spice it up a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like I have to do the same because the monk, it's a fine class. I think, again, it really comes down to how you flavor it. The only complaint I really have so far is, I do get a lot of attacks, but unlike I feel like with maybe the barbarian, it's like I could do a lot and my damage still might be really piss poor because like a lot of it's unarmed strikes. Like yeah, sometimes I get like six of them, but often it's like a two, a three, and like I might get like 20 damage, which is can be good depending on the fight, but
you roll
I'm
what, a
never gonna hit like
d6,
80 damage.
right?
What's up?
You roll a d6, right?
Uh, yes,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
Um, didn't we have the tab or the table for the monk where it was a little stronger? But I don't think you used it either, did you?
Mm-mm.
I'm not aware.
Oh, well, because Ramon, I think we got it, and then you just went out of the book anyway.
Yeah, I was what the only thing I did differently was um the strength and dexterity are the saves, and I just did dexterity and wisdom, which is what they are good at.
Right.
Because everybody's like, it doesn't make sense that you do strength and dexterity because it's a dex based build. Why would they do that? And
And wisdom's the other thing you need.
like I get it now, um, because you can have a strength based monk, but it's still just kind of weird.
Yeah. Um, but you do go up to a D8, right? At like a higher
It's
level though.
like way later, if I recall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either
See, I
10 or
figured the
11.
monk I figured the monk would have gotten, the extra attack much earlier than the other martial classes, but it's at the same time, and that's kind of
Yeah,
um,
again, even if I up to a D8, it's just like I said, I think generally it's like most things really are just like you get just more unarmed attacks, and sometimes you can maybe like knock somebody over with it. I wish there was a little bit more like
well,
risk and reward.
stunning strike.
But I get like one of those, right? Like it's not even a lot.
No, you get as many as you have key attacks,
Or
man.
there's a limitation. It's just like it's good, but it's like
No, I mean
I
that's
think it.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
I think it just comes down to I miss a lot. Some people just aren't effective, so it's like hard to plan out. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's good stuff in there, but as far as like classes, there's a lot less to do without flavoring it yourself. You know, I
Right.
can't pull out like, a spell that like ricochets off 3 different people. Like I gotta save it. Like, and that's fun too. Like I gotta use that.
Missile.
Now it's
Uh,
easy because one of the things I got recently, I can walk on walls and water essentially. So how can I'm waiting for an opportunity to use that. I think it'll be nice.
Like in combat.
Yeah, like I've done it a couple times outside of combat, but like there might be used to it, yeah, for sure. Like I don't know if I like grab somebody and walk them over water and then I don't fall in and they do kind of thing. I don't know.
well, if you drop them, they would.
Exactly. I'm saying there's opportunity. It just hasn't come up yet because I just started getting some
Like
of this.
Eric was asking me some crazy shit about drowning people.
Taking the law into your own hands or something.
You're like
No.
we weren't even talking about the game.
No,
No, there
this
there was
game-
just
this game.
there was a spell that I was reading and I was like, could you do that with that? Like it was kind of messed up, but I mean in
The answer is
theory,
yes.
yeah. You'll have
Good.
to wait.
Come at me with your fun ideas, and we will figure out how to make them work,
Yeah.
if at all possible. I'm on your
Also-
team. I just control the people trying to kill you.
This might be a question for Roxy. Do we think female elves can grow beards?
No
Because if so,
elves.
I'm gonna have to make some decisions about my dwarven belt.
No elves can grow beards. They're a faceless community. Or a beardless community, not faceless. That would be way different. Ah.
Just needed to
Are
know.
they restricted from growing beards?
Yeah, they can, half elves can grow beards because they have human kind of,
Yeah, I didn't know if that was in our lore or
genetics.
not, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good. Perfect.
Well, with the dwarven belt,
It says if you're able to grow a beard. That's why Aggie never grew one because you let me decide, and I said she cannot.
well, because some Goliaths cannot grow hair.
Glad I asked.
Do
I
you
was
guys
worried.
do you guys know which class you're most interested in trying next?
Wizard.
Bard.
Yeah, I think it was Wizard for me too.
I think I'm down for a paladin for a change.
Ooh, I'd like to see a John Paladin. Wizard's very interesting too. We have not really tried a lot of that. And I think the idea of, getting the spell books and stuff, while it is like a little bit of a like different loot option, I think it's pretty easy as long as you actually do it. And I think it's a lot of fun for the players, and I think at our table we need to learn how the hell a wizard works too.
Yeah.
And then Bard is our table's favorite
Love the bard.
class, and yeah, you kind of just got to join the ranks of all the others who have utilized the many different options of being a bard.
Because I think I did it for a one shot. But keep in mind, I've only ever done this and one shot. And I debated making Dane a bard, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to leave the Realm of Giants or not. So I was like, if I play a bard, I want to make the bard and I want to really play with them for a while. Where Dane, I don't know if I'll be playing with him for a while. So instead, I made him a really good rogue that didn't just make charisma his main stat and dump stat like everything else. Actually, when I made Dane, I specifically rolled 4 dice, didn't re-roll ones, and took the 3 lowest for all his stats. He's a really talented guy.
which is probably why he needs to stick around in the giant realm, because
he can give an inspirational speech. And he can be a really good coward to have around.
I think this party requires some strength.
To be fair, strength is his next best, and he still has like a plus, I think, like 4 in strength or something. But no, he's got like a +7 in charisma, and then everything else is a 0 or a minus.
Oh my god!
Proficiency, right?
What?
That's with the proficiency, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
He's a really talented guy. You're welcome. And he has a mirror if anyone needs to borrow it.
But yeah, wizards, man. I think I'm ready.
Yeah. Why would you
I'm not
lean
ready
more
for
towards
a
the
magical
wizard over the sorcerer?
I think because there's a lot more options. Like the wizard just has more. It has everything. It can do everything. So it's like, how do you piece that all together? Especially with like when you're building your character and personality and whatnot. What are you gonna take? What is that gonna kind of be? So I have like an idea for a wizard, but I don't know all the spells, so that pick and choose along the way is going to be really fun.
Magic casters intimidate me. It feels like too much. Like to that extent. That stack of cards Roxy has is scary.
Yeah, and a cleric is still technically like a full caster, but they utilize physical stuff. So like,
I'm just saying that stack of cards she has is ridiculously big.
Paladin is half caster, but like we said, it cast smite.
Well, it's another one of those things too that it eats up so much concentration that you gotta kind of pick and choose.
Yeah, like I like some of the vow of enmity for the vengeance paladin. But,
oh yeah.
I feel like Lothian's spellcasting has come in handy a lot in non-combat situations, though. Like I feel like in combat he doesn't use it much, but outside of it, I think he uses it one of the most.
Yeah, command and summon steed.
I love Lorraine. I love how we just took her from this lovely people who were probably going up a hill at the time, and then not anymore.
They stole a horse, man.
No, they were giving it to him from the front gates. They were like, "Oh, you need a horse? Yeah, we have a horse for you." Just
the
poof.
princess did it.
After like a week, it just poofs away.
It took a while.
No one's gonna believe them.
I just really imagine again, they're like on a steep incline going like up the hill, and then the horse just goes away and the cart starts falling.
So, say we decide to stick around in the world of, I suppose, Mirage, I guess, or the land of Mirage. I don't know, maybe the world would have a different name, depending on how many continents we may or may not add. But like, say we stay in the land of Mirage and we jump, so many years. Is there a race that you guys would like to bring in, or would you play one of the potential existing races that we have now?
I want to play the bunny people and the cat people. They're cute.
Fun. Yeah, I'm still interested to play Tabaxi more. That could be.
Did
fun.
you hear my cat? He's really into the idea.
I have no preferences. Don't usually matter for my characters.
I am partial to small characters, so I would give a halfling a go again.
I got some fun ideas for their development.
I also really like tieflings, which we do have. My idea for Roxy's campaign was a tiefling.
Do it.
So you would just play maybe something that's already there, or would you maybe like roll for something, John? Would you ever be open to that? Like it's just a completely random thing?
I don't fucking like I said it. Like the race is usually just an afterthought. Because I'm usually more just worried about what the character is doing, not so much like their background. I can make anything fit.
Yeah.
So
I think
I'd
Charlie.
I'd roll for it. And give me like a D8 or whatever, and see what happens.
Well, 42 is elf, in case you were wondering.
Well, that's on that table. There are many different tables.
Yeah, I don't. Watching your characters unravel, John, is always the wildest thing because you don't know where they're gonna go. You don't know what to expect. You could think that they're gonna go this way, and it's never that way. It's always something ridiculous that you don't even think about, and it's like the smallest detail.
I don't. It's usually just like somebody says one word. I'm like, oh, that's it.
Like,
Do you think I wrote soup down ever? Like
no.
one day, just handed me a bowl of soup and it was my character.
But it stays consistent, even 46 episodes in.
No, I can pinpoint the soup. I remember the soup like catalyst. It was he was sitting there trying to decide whether he wanted from what's his name, the old man, and it was just like
Carver?
yeah, Carver, Dr. Carver. It was just what well, do you have a different option? No. They're like, I don't know. Like,
No, there was many options, and that's what made them mad.
There were too many.
No, I think there might have just been two then, because it was just something that went,
Too many.
and then it just snowballed into a constant soup thing.
Yeah, there's some variations. I've definitely had problems with lack of options or too many options. Like I'm never satisfied.
No, because Carver had all the options. He was like, we can't have that many options.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you can't. If you have a business, like you got to make all that.
Then it must have been at the fort. At the training camp.
There were places that had no option. He was not very satisfied.
But the soup thing just kept going. Jordan.
So, does this campaign feel a lot different to you guys than the other ones you did? That like the shorter ones?
Mm-hmm. It's been way different. Like this and Curse of Strahd are kind of similar, but I don't know. Like Strahd was so weird, and this is so normal, but like we built it. Strahd was like laid out for us. So everything that's happening right now is just whatever, and there's no way to know.
Yeah. Because in those campaigns, you're kind of building your characters, knowing that there's kind of like a finite end to it. So sometimes you get into too much detail quickly, or not enough ever. And this one, it's just so endless in a good way that we can build as much or as little as we want. And like like Michelle was saying, like at some point you might just want to retire or abandon a character for a bit for reasons, or in my case, just keep going to see how that plays out. So that's the biggest difference for me.
Take 47 episodes to give any backstory.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, there's other ones where it's like somebody's backstory is laid out in like the third episode entirely.
Campaigns too, like it's like there's so much like happening, and just getting a chance to like really like role play things out, like that's what feels really different here, is like we have the space in this campaign to like really slowly build these like cool characters. And like in the other campaigns, there's like so much constantly happening, and like there's so much stuff about my characters that nobody just even knows about. You know what I mean? Because there was just no space for it. So this one feels like a lot slower in that way, which is definitely not a bad thing.
Well, it's hard to find the time and place to reveal your secrets for your character, because like you want to hold on to them, but like you also like you want to get them out there, and like sometimes you just spill everything right away, and then the game continues on, and you're like, oh, I ran this character's course already. Shit.
Yeah.
I had like this could have lasted a while if I just held on to some of this.
That or like I know me and Roxanne, when we were designing our characters, they were gonna be much different from how this kind of played out. Like it was gonna be very much like I was gonna be much more nervous, and uh, she was gonna be a bit more unruly and more causing mischief, and me trying to be like, no, please stop, like, and we were gonna kind of always
That is
be in a
so not
predicament.
Aurelia.
But she ended
Do you
up being
guys
like the
think
mature one. Like it's weird.
I wasn't here for like the very start of it? Do you think you guys did play that at the beginning and then it evolved, or do you think it very quickly like took a 180?
Because of what was happening around us, it changed almost immediately.
Well, the cave when everyone almost died, the oozes was like a big
Yeah.
like,
And the cube.
because in that moment she had to own the whole situation,
Yeah.
and everything around her was dying, and then like after that she was like, if I don't push, we don't go. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so I think the caves when everyone almost died was like the big.
So you think it did kind of like, it was like a character development sort of thing that happened to some extent?
I mean, yes, but it was pretty quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing. Like it was a natural progression, and that's kind of like when you're building your character. I know I have a background, but I kind of try to pick a few things, and then I let it evolve from there. And then if it takes off, it takes off. If it doesn't, leave it behind and go with this thing. Just. And I know that's what Roxanne does too. She just kind of goes with the flow. Like she has like a book for her character, but if it doesn't stick, she goes, and it's like she's really good at it, and it's like, damn, you know.
Yeah, you guys are all really good at developing the characters and letting yourself play the game and like choose options I think the characters might choose. Sometimes I think maybe we get a little influence, but there's like it's impossible to stay away from all that. So like,
Right. Well, it's always crazy because I think in all of our campaigns too, John is you don't know what's gonna happen ever, and it's gonna catch you off guard no matter what. And Michelle, you know that it's there, and you're like, Michelle, fucking do it, say it, quit making us pry. like Nyx, what the fuck was that? Like she showed up as like a disguise as cat creature was like revealed pretty quickly to be obviously not the cat creature, and then by the end of the campaign she was sucking giant brains into portals of tentacles, and then she flew away in a spaceship. What? No, wasn't a lot of context to it. And the campaign, the first thing she said was she saw a dragon and was like, oh, it's a beautiful sight to see. And that's it. That's all I can remember from Nyx, and that's what lives in my head, is that's what that entire character was, because she didn't give us anything else. And I'm like, but you know that there was at least a half a novel for it.
Yeah, there was. I remember back then she had like a book. I'm just like, I'm gonna read this after the campaign's over.
Because it was again one of those things where it's like, and especially like in that campaign too, it was like that was like our second, maybe third, campaign. So it was still like trying to find the space to like, for things to kind of come up naturally. and we were all starting, still trying to like figure out how to play too and stuff. And like since then, we've definitely gotten better, with like long rests and, okay, what's everybody doing and stuff like that. So, it was just one of those things where it's like, I definitely could have played that character better, but not I wasn't as skilled in D&D as I am today.
I mean,
And
I
I
think if
was
you played
so
them better,
proud.
it wouldn't be as iconic, is what he said. Because, like, what he said, that sounds pretty fucking cool. I don't think that could have been played better. Like, fuck yeah.
Like, really, what you get from Michelle is however the character ends is the character, because it's Nyx flew away in a spaceship. Calliope wrote a series of novels that were complete bullshit, and then was it Ramnusia? Was that her name? She
went back.
She goes back to her youth to make everybody cry at the end of the campaign.
I heard about that one.
I don't even remember what happened to Dysthymia.
I remember him being like, and then this one person in our campaign, they just go away. Their wish is just, there's nothing we can do about it. That's how I heard about that one.
You guys made a deal with the dragon who was supposed to TPK you.
Okay, but she didn't have like a special thing. It was just like, oh, okay.
Well, that was the end of that campaign. Like, it was supposed to just be over, and then I added the dragons for fun, and then you guys made a deal with it, and I was like, well, shit. That John, you're next.
Well, I would like to think the first characters we made are the like actual heroes of Phandalin, and they're always on wild adventures or like in some sort of secret squirrel shit.
Well, they were in John's campaign, but we never met them.
Yeah.
Legends.
You guys did work for them.
Because they owned the bar, yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys delivered the badges to them.
Yep.
Yeah, that was going to be the big end to the my campaign. Actually, was once the big bad was defeated, more stuff was going to be happening. They were going to come in to help save the day, and then it was going to be kind of a little outro thing.
That's cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that was going to be
as long as Droop was with them.
Well, Droop was still there. Remember, that was like the first side quest.
No, but he had to like come in with the like.
Oh yeah. Puppeting his minions.
I'm here to clean up. I'll show him how to kick.
Like, I feel like Droop and Yed need to be like at the end of every session. They're like the end credits. There's like always a scene with them.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know the continuing story of like what's going on with them every week.
Is it kind of like the house stuff where me and Charlie were tearing that thing apart, and then but like that was just in the background, so like they're in the foreground like selling their grilled cheese or something, and in the background we're dying in our episode.
Yeah.
Like I would like it to be like superficial petty shit, like, take that, Droop, I switched out your cheese with spoiled cheese. Ha, you son of a bitch. Like
And everyone watches the episode just to hear what happens at the end with those two. That's if we're being totally honest with ourselves. And that's all that happens. And they're like,
well, it's like our version of like Itchy and Scratchy. They have little mini episodes in the episode.
Yeah.
We're like a little Animaniac sketch.
Whacking each other with giant hammers.
I love it.
Chasing into the sunset on the horizon.
Yeah.
Always ends on a son of a bitch.
Oh God, that
I need to see the skit.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't care what happens to Aggie anymore. I need this skit.
Fuck them. They already know what happened. They watched the damn show.
I have cat hair in my mouth.
But I think that was a nice, fun discussion. We covered some of the interesting things coming up and the potential future stuffs. I hope you guys had fun, and Join us again next time.